All right, everyone. It is time for the Against the Odds holiday special. And we are looking to give our opponent some gifts in Modern. Except they might not like our gifts. We'll see how this goes. We're probably going to do a lot of losing in the name of the holiday spirit, but that's all right. Ooh, the mischief. So our opponent, Inquisitions, sees our conjured currency. I'm sure they're excited about that. That's a goat smoking a pipe. I didn't even realize that, but that's like the perfect Christmas art. That's like Santa goat. It reminds me of Santa. All right, we'll just get a watery grave here. Have no idea how this is going to go. Ooh, Demir Signet is sweet. We'll not complain about that. That means we are we are on course for Puka's Mischief on turn 3. The gift exchange will be online. Start giving our opponent some gifts. Oh boy, another conjured currency. Well, we'll just go swamp into Puka's Mischief. Oh, the presents are about to be exchanged. So Puka's Mischief, at the beginning of our upkeep, we can exchange control of target non-land permanent we control and target non-land permanent our opponent controls of equal or lesser converted mana cost. So, for example, we could give them our Demir Signet as a holiday present in exchange for their Leonin Arbiter. And conjured currency, who knows what'll happen if we get that online. So this is gonna get crazy. But that's Christmas for you. If you ever been to a holiday party, everyone's drinking and crazy things happen. That's what this game is gonna be like, a drunken holiday party. Hopefully that's a good thing. Our opponent plays nothing. So do we want to exchange anything? So I guess we can target Demir Signet and Leonin Arbiter, but I think we're going to say no for now. Because I think we want the mana to get our conjured currency down. Oh, happy holidays, everyone. So we'll take our beats. Our opponent has no idea what to do with this Puka's Mischief on the battlefield. They don't know if they should play things or not play things. I don't know either, honestly. But we're going to ignore this Leonin Arbiter, sack this Flooded Strand. Oh, even Mind Sensor for the blowouts. And we whiff. Well, that's disappointing. I guess we got to take the Leonin Arbiter. Yes. We can play the island. I guess we might as well. Let's Thoughtseize. Our opponent tech edges us. Guess we got to get rid of the Flicker Wisp. So our opponent has a Path and a Linvala. If they play Linvala, we can exchange Puka's Mischief. Give it them the Smoking Goat as a present, and we can take the Linvala to block the Mind Sensor. Oh. I don't know if we're going to win much, but this deck is hilarious. Ether Vial, alright. Down to 8. I guess we give them the Smoking Goat for the Linvala. So let's get in there with our Leonin Arbiter. Who knows anymore? We've given each other so many presents, I don't even know what's happening. So now our opponent gets the joy of giving us a present with Puka's Mischief, if they so desire, in the holiday spirit. So what are they going to do? They are going to target... Okay, so they give us back our Demir Signet in exchange for the Leonin Arbiter. So are they going to path the Linvala? Oh, they drew another Flicker Wisp? Now I think we just lose. That's disappointing. Yep. Alright. Well, I guess we bring in Dismembers. Let's see if Thoughtseizes and go down a couple Remands. Alright, game 2. Holiday special against the odds, and... Ooh, we even got the coal. Alright, well, we're going to start with this Leyline of Anticipation on the battlefield. Crack it, get an island, pass the turn. So, Leyline of Anticipation lets us play anything we want with Flash. Oh no, are they going to take our coal? Well, let's play the Totem. Oh, they leave the coal and take the Remand. Alright, we can deal with that. Oh, and there's the Wombo combo. Oh no, Thalia. Alright, Watery Grave, Bloodstained Mire. We gotta do this now in case they have a Mind Sensor. We're so close. If we just draw land, I think we got it. Unless they draw a discard. Bob, alright, we can deal with Bob for the time being. Ah, it's a land, alright. No discard for 2 turns, and we get to give him the coal for for their holiday present. Leonin Arbiter, alright. Alright, down to 12. Well, that's disappointing. We gotta pay 2, so this slows us down even more. I think we're gonna be too slow. That Thalia ruined our day. Well, Inquisition is a blank. We dropped to 6. Ether Vial. Did Dismember even do anything? I don't think so. Yep, and our opponent got a Thought Seize. Well, they are Scrooges. Alright, against odds, holiday special, looking to give our opponent some gifts in Modern. We'll lead on our Totem, which we will hopefully give our opponent at some point. Alright, let's get a Watery Grave, play a Dimir Signet. Puka's Mischief, but we can't cast it yet. Let's just Thought Seize for now. See what our opponent has going on. Cryptic, Pestermite, Snapcaster, Snapcaster. Well, I guess we take Cryptic. Play the Pluto Delta, pass the turn back to our opponent. But our opponent might Pestermite us on our upkeep. Ooh, Snapcaster for Sleight of Hand? Let's just remand the Snapcaster. Play this Leyline of the Void. There's a Snapcaster for the Sleight of Hand. Oh boy. Well, we have a lot of conjured currencies. Way more than we were hoping for. Well, we got the Mischief. Who knows what that will do. Serum Visions. We can't really give our opponent any gifts yet. We're not going to exchange for that Snapcaster at this point. Well, an island. Alright. Opponent's going to Pestermite. What are they going to target? Well then, let's give them a gift of our Everest Totem. And we will be rewarded with a gift of a Pestermite. So they can trade our totem for something if they'd like to give us a gift of the totem. Alright, there's the attack. There's the block. I don't think we want to trade anything here. I guess we Leyline of Anticipation. We might just be dead to our opponent's combo. Pestermite, do they have the twin? Think twice. Snapcaster for Cryptic. What is our opponent going to bounce? Our Puka's Mischief. Well, I guess we just pass since we can cast things with Flash. And let's Thought Seize. Opponent casts Remand. And let's try Puka's Mischief. Logic Knot? Our opponent has every counter imaginable. They do not want our gifts. Well, I think we're just dead. We never found the coal. Or coils. Alright. We can try to cast a conjured currency. Probably won't work. Or we just die in response. Alright, well, we get to gain control of Pestermite. Do we draw something that matters? Nope. Alright. No one wants our presents. Well, we want the Dismembers. We want the Dispels. We probably want the Negates. Get rid of Everest Totem. Go down a couple conjured currencies. Leyline of Anticipation. Dark Petition. And I guess one Signet. One land. Leyline. I don't think we can keep it though, unfortunately. Start with our Leyline on the battlefield. And then I think we start by Thought Seizing. Well, I guess the Scry doesn't matter anyway since we're Thought Seizing. Dispel, Probe, Pestermite, Serum Visions. Yeah, we'll take Pestermite. We don't have an out to it. There's the Serum Vision. Watery Grave, Dimir Signet. Another Leyline of the Void. Well, you don't need to play that right now. Lightning Bolt down to 10. Well, remands a card. Opponent probes, sees our hand. Alright, pass the turn. Well, obviously we're not going to die to Bolt Snap Bolt because we have a Leyline on the battlefield. Ooh, there's the coils. We are kind of getting close-ish. Guess we got to negate that bolt. Alright, coils. Here comes the coils. We might be doing it. I would have liked to draw another land, but All right, coils. The coal. We've got the coal on the battlefield. We're so close. Oh, are we going to die to our own gift before we can give it away? Skullcrack. Snapcaster. Alright, here it is. Mischief. Polluted Delta. Oh, can we live one more turn? Can we live one more turn? Do they have another Skullcrack, or do we give them the gift? The gift of the coal. Oh, it's so close. Are we really going to do it? Oh, come on. Tell me you can't. Can't ruin it. No! Fencer! No! What's Fencer going to bounce? Bounce the Mischief. Alright. Oh, we were so close. I can't believe it. Venser! Of all the cards! Venser! The ultimate Scrooge. Now we just lose, I think. We were one land short. If we could have had up Remand, we would have won. Cast Puka's Mischief. Remand our own Puka's Mischief. To draw another one. I think that if they don't have another burn spell, this technically keeps us alive, but... Oh, that was so depressing. Fencer. And then a Cryptic. Alright. Alright, against the odds time, holiday special, we're giving people some gifts. Woo! Double Leyline? Well, that's like our entire hand, but alright. Ho ho ho. Our opponent probably has no idea what's happening, and rightly so. Anything that goes in our opponent's graveyard is exiled. Everything we have has flash. Watery Grave. Oh, there's a coil. So basically we have the combo. The question is, can we force it through somehow? And do we get enough lands for Conjured Currency? And a very little Goyf. Another coil. Alright, let's play this swamp. Pass the turn. We can't really play the lump of coal yet, because we would just die to a lightning bolt. I'm guessing this is twin, and I'm guessing our opponent has a lot of counters. Although Leyline of the Void keeps Goyf from being too threatening. We can play this Leyline of the Void on our opponent's end step if we want. Bolt down to 15, and Snapcaster. Oh boy. Let's get a swamp. Let's get an island. Flash in another Leyline of the Void. Yeah, I think we're basically just dead. Pestermite. Alright. Gonna scoop. So we want the Dismembers. Might want Dispels. Can get rid of Avarice Totem. Maybe go down a Conjured Currency and a Petition. Alright, game 2. Alright. We actually have the combo. Pretty much. Could start with Leyline of the Void. I think we'll just lead on an island. We want to draw another land. Basically, we want to get down Puka's Mischief into Immortal Coil and give our opponent a gift of the lump of coal and win the game. That's the idea. Whether or not it'll work, anybody's guess. Conjured Currency, not exactly what we were hoping for. It's a long way off. Opponents put themselves down to 14. Leyline of Anticipation. Well, we would like to draw some lands. Snapcaster to start beating down. Alright, take our beats. It is not easy to give people a present these days. Bloodstained Mire. I guess it's time to crack these. Get a swamp. Get an island. Leyline of Anticipation. Our opponent says, no holiday fun for us. Has the negate. Leyline of Anticipation at least gives us some chance, because we can try to play our things with flash while our opponent's tapped out. Huntmaster, eh? Well, now things might get interesting, because we're going to get to resolve a Puka's Mischief. And what happens next, no one knows. Alright, it's down. I mean, we're going to take some beats, and we could just die to burn spells and such, but we are going to be able to give our opponent a Leyline of the Void in exchange for a Huntmaster, I guess. Alright, opponent flips the Huntmaster. We gotta trade Leyline of the Void for the Huntmaster. Our opponent is confused. They need to put their Ravager. There you go. Alright, our opponent's gonna hit us down to 6. We trade for the Ravager. Give them a gift of a Leyline of the Void. We get a Thoughtseize, which we can cast. I think we gotta play Thoughtseize. Then remand the Thoughtseize. That way we cast 2 spells, and this Ravager of the Fells will flip back to a Huntmaster. And then I think we just gotta pass and hope that we stay alive. Opponent has a Deceiver Exarch. We can kill the Deceiver Exarch, but then we're dead to a Lightning Bolt, or try to kill it with a Dismember. Yep, they tapped down our land. If they got a Splinter Twin, they got a Splinter Twin. Can't do anything about it. Alright, so that flips. We get a token, gain a couple life. Does our opponent have Splinter Twin to ruin our holidays? Looks like it. Yep. Alright. No one is having a Merry Christmas this year. Alright, Against Odds Holiday Special. Trying to give our opponents some gifts in Modern. Well, we have some of the cards we want. Forest into... Ooh. Well, I do not know how this is going to work. I think we just pass for here and leave up Remand to hopefully find another land. Yeah, let's sack this, get a swamp, sack this, get an island, remand the Colony Heart Expedition, do not get a land, and do not get a land. I guess we pass. This is not a deck that can win on 2 lands. I'll get to remand the Search for Tomorrow. Also not a land. There's the Expedition. And a fetch land. Cracks the fetch land. So the Expedition, if it, when it has landfall, so whenever a land enters the battlefield, our opponent puts a counter on it. And when it gets 3 counters, they can sack it and search for 2 basic lands and put them on the battlefield tapped. Well, we are in trouble if we don't draw lands. Aye. Opponent has an all-land hand. Relic of Progenitus. So our opponent has nothing, but it really doesn't matter because they're just going to land us to death. And that does it. Never found a land. Well, that was disappointing. Well, we don't want dismembers. We probably want negates. And the good news is our opponent doesn't have any way to disrupt our combo. And this hand's not great, but we do get the Leyline of the Void. And we're going to get a Puka's Mischief relic for our opponent. Ooh, Dark Petition. Dark Petition, that gives us a shot, actually. We really need our opponent to get rid of that relic, though. Yeah, there's a negate. It would have been nicer last turn. Well, I guess we should negate the second Expedition. Alright, opponent gets to sack it. They get 2 counters on their Expedition. Makes us exile our negate. Well, we might as well sack this. Get a Watery Grave. Ugh, Conjured Currency, a little too expensive. Get to play the Puka's Mischief. We haven't drawn a Signet in several games. Well, our opponent's going to sack the Relic, which is sweet. Now, basically, what we need to do is get a land, Dark Petition, for our lump of coal. If we draw a land, we got a realistic shot of doing it. Our opponent has the Expedition ready to go, so they can get lands with that. But if we draw a land, we Dark Petition for our lump of coal, give our opponent a gift of the lump of coal, and can potentially just win the game on the spot. We got a shot, but we really need to draw a land this turn, or else I think we're too slow. Come on, land. Land, 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 land. We might get our opponent to sack it. Yep, forces our opponent to sack their Expedition. Gets them a couple more lands. Oh, do we draw a land? This is it. It could be a Merry Christmas after all. Land? Oh, remand. Oh, not great. Well, we will remand basically anything our opponent plays. Well, not a Commune with Lava, X1. Oh, it hits a Valakut, though. Bet our opponent likes that. Alright, well, we gotta remand the Scape Shift. We were so close. Oh, no! Oh! And now we're dead. We were so close. Well, I mean, we'll play it. We'll play it. Thing is, our opponent just gets to Scape Shift and they win the game. We know that that's what's happening. And the Relic of Progenitus exiles our card, and we die. Alright, Against Odds Holiday Special, going to give our opponents some gifts, hopefully, in Modern. Alright, we got a couple signets. Let's see if we can actually give our opponent an Immortal Coil. Tap Temple Garden for our opponent. We will go with Flooded Strand, Plains for our opponent, and Voice of Resurgence. Okay. Now, Bloodstain, Mire, sack it, get a Swamp, play a Dimir Signet. Wonder if our opponent has Pride Mages. That would upset our gift exchange plans. Razor Verge Thicket. Opponent gets in for 2 with Voice. Passes the turn. I guess we can just Thoughtseize, see what our opponent has. Well, I don't know if we want to Thoughtseize, actually. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's Thoughtseize, see what's going on over there. Even Mind Sensor for our opponent. And then I think we take what? The Path? I guess we take the Ooze. Take the Ooze, play Dimir Signet, play a tapped Watery Grave, and pass the turn back. Next turn we can get down our Puka's Mischief and start trading, hopefully. Ooh, String Wildwood. That is another threat. So I guess we play Puka's Mischief, play Bloodstained Mire, pass the turn. Think we're still in trouble though. So our opponent can hit us for 7. Yeah, that's the trouble. Even though we can steal a creature, we're still basically just dead to our opponent's board. Because we drop to 3. We can like trade a Signet for the Voice, but then we are still going to just die. Because we're going to take 5. We can't get more cards in our graveyard. Yep. Oh, that felt like we were close. Well, we want Dismembers, that's for sure. Get rid of the Avarice Totems. Guess we can bring in an Inquisition over a Leyline of Anticipation. Alright, we'll play first. Let's get a good hand. Double Thoughtseize and nothing. Well, maybe that's good enough. Turn 1, Thoughtseize. Oh boy. Stony Silence, Pride Mage, Path, Smiter, Wiltleaf Liege. Guess we take Pride Mage and hope our opponent doesn't hit land drops. String Wildwood. Thoughtseize. Take Stony Silence. Alright, our best bet is our opponent does not hit lands to play their multiple Smiters. Alright, Ghost Quarter. They drew something they can cast? Another Stony Silence. Well, Stony Silence isn't just deadly. Pluto Delta, pass the turn. But we're going to have a hard time dealing with our opponent's 3/4/4s, and they draw the land. So now we're in pretty rough shape unless we start peeling Dismembers. If we can draw like Running Dismembers, or just, you know, Leyline of the Voids, 2 of those in a row. Oh man. Hard to give gifts to people these days. Opponent draws a Tech Edge, another land. Another Smiter. And a land. Alright, that does it. Alright, Against the Odds Holiday Special, looking to give some gifts. And we have a lot of gifts. Alright, Watery Grave, tapped, pass the turn. Ooh, Elves, eh? Not sure how this will work. Should we Dismember? Yeah, I don't think we need to Dismember yet. If we can start giving gifts and getting Elves in return. Elvish Visionary, well, I guess we gotta let that go. Alright, tax with Elvish Mystic. We're gonna crack this, get an island, and just Dismember the Elvish Mystic. We need a land in the next 2 turns. Alright, tapped Watery Grave, pass the turn. We need to get these Mischiefs down. I'm starting to feel like a parent at the holidays that just spent 5 months worth of their paycheck to buy their kids presents. Oh, at least we got a land. Because we just keep losing so much. That's how I'm feeling. Like when you see your credit card statement in January. We're getting to that point of our holiday special. Well, we got a Mischief down. That's a start. But we need things to go with it to be able to give our opponent gifts. Nettle Sentinel, Dwinian's Elite. So our opponent's getting a pretty big board full of elves. So we can Puka's Mischief for a, I guess, this Dwinian's Elite. And we draw yet another Puka's Mischief. Now our opponent gets to use our gift, and if they want, give us a gift. Alright, they traded it back, but it doesn't have haste, so it can't attack, is the good news. So we're going to take 4 here, I think. Our opponent might be setting up for a collected company. Yep. Well, there's a collected company. Untaps the Nettle Sentinel. Shaman of the Pack, and another Dwinian's Elite. Well, that equals us dead. Alright, dismembers come in, totems go out, run it back. Alright, holiday special. Let's give it a shot, see if we can not get there. Gotta ship that. Well, we got some dismembers. I guess that's something. Play the swamp, pass the turn. Llanowar Elves. Alright, let's just dismember the Llanowar Elves. Island, pass the turn. We'll remand the Llanowar Elves this time. Watery Grave tapped. Pass the turn. And we'll remand the Llanowar Elves again. No land. Alright, there's land. Now we can Puka's Mischief. Llanowar Elves. I don't think we want to trade yet. I think we want to just dismember the Llanowar Elves. Try to keep the game slow. Elvish Mystic. Now we might have to trade. Yeah, we'll trade for Elvish Mystic. It actually gives us some mana, so that's not the end of the world. Play a Leyline of the Void. Watery Grave tapped. Pass back. So we gave our opponent a gift of the Puka's Mischief. They gave us an Elvish Mystic in return. Now our opponent is going to give us back our Puka's Mischief. Kind of like they returned our gift, basically. Nettle Sentinel and Elvish Mystic. We need a land. Come on, land. So so now we want to trade Leyline of the Void for Elvish Mystic. Land? Ooh, another Puka's Mischief. Alright, Puka's Mischief down. We're sort of in a weird way doing it. Conjured Currency would help if we can get our Conjured Currency down. What's our opponent have? Dwinian's Elite. Untap Sentinel. Well, I think what we got to do is trade... Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. Trade a Puka's Mischief for the Dwinian's Elite, but not... Oh, did that backwards. Well, that works too. And then Conjured Currency. Pass back. See if our opponent does any trading. They are going to trade for the Elvish Mystic. Give us back our Puka's Mischief. Gets an Overgrown Tomb. Heritage Druid. Uh-oh. Are they just going to combo off right here? Are we dead? We will block with the Elf Warrior. Oh, another Heritage Druid? Well, our opponent's got some manas. Taps, plays an Elvish Archdruid. Taps, plays a Collected Company. Untaps Nettle Sentinel. 2 more Nettle Sentinels. They have more they can play. Another Elvish Archdruid. Alright, so we need to trade a Puka's Mischief for an Elvish Archdruid. Trade a Puka's Mischief for a Nettle Sentinel. And trade Conjured Currency for an Elvish Archdruid. Well, the gifts are being given back and forth, but I don't know if this ends well for us. We might just die this next turn. Conjured Currency. Let's see what happens. Our opponent might kill us with our gifts, because they can Puka's Mischief to take back their creatures. They're going to Conjured Currency for a land. Maybe. Puka's Mischief. Puka's Mischief. I think we're just dead. Oh, Shaman of the Pack. Alright. Our gifts backfired. Alright, Against Odds Holiday Special. Alright, we got a Leyline of Anticipation. That's something. We are trying to give our opponents some gifts in Modern. Alright, Bloodstained Mire. Let's sack it, get a Swamp. And then we're going to draw step Thoughtseize our opponent. See their entire hand. Oh, this deck. Wildfire, Izzet Signet, Anticipate, Frost Titan, and Lightning Bolt. Well, I think we got to just take the Signet for now. This might be the matchup. They're probably going to anticipate at some point. Bloodstained Mire. Get a Watery Grave. Ugh, more lands. Alright, Watery Grave tapped. We're going to need some of our gifts at some point. Gotta let that go. What does our opponent have in store for us? Another island. Ooh, alright. Oh, well, I didn't need to do that then. I forgot we have the Leyline of Anticipation, so we can cast things with Flash. Our totem, eventually we will give that to our opponent as a gift. Ooh, another Anticipate. We know they have a Frost Titan in hand. We wouldn't mind them giving us their Frost Titan, and we give them our Everest totem. Pretty good exchange. Annex our land. Well, I guess we need to remand the Annex for now. Ooh, there's a Mischief. And a currency. Alright, let's just play a land and pass. Alright, we'll play the Mischief here. No sense in making this exchange. However, I think we do want to play the Coils. We don't have a Leyline of the Void, though. What does our opponent have planned? There's a Frost Titan. What is it going to tap? One of our lands, unfortunately. Well, let's exile 2 cards from our graveyard to draw a card. Oh boy. Well, that backfired. Our opponent drew the bolt. Alright. Well then, we want some negates. Many negates. Don't really care about the totem. Dismember, also not good. Alright, game 2. Holiday special against odds, and we'll try it. We got remands. We got the coil. Bloodstained Mire. Pass the turn. Got to figure out a way to give our opponent that and get their graveyard empty from cards, which is kind of the tricky part. We'll just play Island. Pass the turn. Leave up our remands. Guardian Idol. Well, I guess we can remand that. Maybe, actually, that's probably silly, isn't it? Yeah, we're not going to remand that. That seems risky. Watery Grave tapped. We want to save our counters for more important things. Like Annex. We will remand the Annex. Alright, Flooded Strand. Pass the turn. Now we will negate the Annex. Get a Watery Grave. I guess we just got to pass again. Then next turn we can start playing things. Alright, remand the Frost Titan. Another negate. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Conjured Currency. So if our opponent plays Frost Titan, we get to steal it with Conjured Currency, and they can't steal it back. This actually might be it. We might be doing it. Because then we can play Immortal Coil, and our opponent is basically... I guess they're not forced to steal it, but they could steal it. But they will probably choose not to. I don't think they can play the Frost Titan, though, with this on the battlefield. We are going to say no to this option of taking the Guardian Idol. Opponent anticipates, okay. So, no gift exchange yet. We gotta wait. Not quite Christmas. Ooh, Puka's Mischief, too. Well, let's go with Puka's Mischief. More gift exchanges. Pass back. Oh, the craziness. Our opponent's actually probably just not going to play much. I guess they could Wildfire or something would be decent. Annex. I guess we should negate the Annex. Don't really want them to steal our lands. Oh boy. So no, and also no. No gift exchange yet. We will start exchanging gifts soon. We get to play Leyline of the Void and Pluto Delta. So we can give Leyline of the Void as a gift. Maybe in exchange for the Guardian Idol. Ooh, Wildfire. Okay. So we need to sack 4 lands. 1, 2, 3, and 4, I guess. I guess we can exchange, give a gift of the Leyline of the Void for the Guardian Idol. Ooh, a land. Alright. Watery Grave, yes. Pluto Delta, get an island. play another Leyline of the Void. Alright, we're so close. Our opponent goes with the play nothing plan. Oh, we could take their land. I didn't think of that. But I think we will not do that. Instead, we will play Demir's Signet and pass the turn. I don't know how this is going to end up, in all honesty. Alright, opponent repeals the Guardian Idol, replays the Guardian Idol, and a Signet. And I guess we just do nothing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can't quite play this other conjured currency. We could play the coil, but it's risky. I think we gotta wait. I think we can't play it yet. Because we need to play the coil, give it to our opponent, and deal them damage to get those 3 cards out of their graveyard for our gift to have its full effect. So our opponent's gonna start beating down with the Guardian Idol. I think that's alright for now. Ooh, Dark Petition is sweet. So let's Dark Petition. Oh, our opponent has Negate. Alright. How are we going to get those 3 cards out of our opponent's graveyard? We need them to actually play something. I guess we can just steal the Guardian Idol again. I was hoping we'd get a counter first. I guess we can wait another turn. Alright, Signet down. Pass the turn. Next turn, I guess we're going to have to start trading. Oh, what's our opponent have? Oh, they go with the Frost Titan. Interesting. That's a bit of a surprise. Taps down one of our lands. But the thing is, we get to trade our conjured currency for the Frost Titan. So we get the Frost Titan and pass the turn. Can't play anything else. So our opponent can start trading for our stuff, but they can't trade for the Frost Titan. Conjured currency says you can exchange it for something you neither own or control. So they're going to steal our Puka's Mischief, give us back the conjured currency. So now the gift exchange, the holiday gift exchange has fully begun. Do we want to exchange? I guess we could take the mountain. That seems reasonable. And then we get to attack with the Frost Titan and tap down, I guess, the Guardian Idol. And then play a land, play another conjured currency, and pass the turn. So our opponent gets the joy of giving a gift, if they would like. They're going to maybe take our Leyline of the Void with conjured currency. They might not be, though. Oh, what holiday spirit, giving each other gifts back and forth. They do trade for the Leyline of the Void. Well, let's crack this Flooded Strand. Get an island. Now we can conjured currency for Is It Signet and conjured currency for Is It Signet. And we draw another Mischief. Alright, let's attack with the Frost Titan. Keep the Guardian Idol tapped down. Play another Puka's Mischief. Can we play this Immortal Coil? Let's just play this Leyline of the Void. Oh. So our opponent has Puka's Mischief and 2 conjured currency triggers. What they will do with them, I have no clue. I think they can steal back their Frost Titan, but then we get to steal it back again? So we just basically trade them back and forth? Luckily, no one knows how Puka's Mischief works, except for the fact it has the Smoking Goat. So what's happening? They're going to take our Puka's Mischief. No, they're not. Take our Leyline of the Void. Did not take the Puka's Mischief. Oh boy, so what are we doing now? We can Puka's Mischief. We Puka's Mischief, give our opponent a Dimir Signet, and take the Guardian Idol, I think, giving some gifts. And then I guess we can trade conjured currency for a land? I guess. Now we get to attack with Frost Titan, tap down a land. We might just... I don't know what's happening, but I think we're winning. Do we play this Immortal Coil? I don't think we do. We might have been able to win with it, but who knows what would have happened. Something really crazy would have happened. So we get a whole pile of gifts triggers. Our opponent gets to give us some things. We give them some things. Something happens. No one's quite sure what. But I think we're going to win. I think it's I think it's actually happening. Jeez. Talk about against the odds. So Conjured Currency is going to do nothing. Puka's Mischief is going to take back an Izzet Signet. So now we have no Conjured Currencies, but 2 Puka's Mischiefs. Look at all these gifts. We gave our opponent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gifts over the course of the game, and some of them went back and forth. Sweet. We did it. We got there. Oh, happy holidays, everyone. Oh, man. So, obviously, we continued playing that match and lost. I didn't bother to play it for you. We pretty much did nothing the entire match. So, the odds of winning with Holiday Gift Exchange are pretty low. We won 1 out of 12? Went 1 in 12, I believe. So that's about in line with our 5% estimate. We never actually got to pull off the Coal in the Stocking Immortal Coil kill. That one's even more against the odds. I think that there's a good chance we would still be working on it next December if we kept going to try to pull off that kill. It's just... you need so many things to go right. As we saw in that last game, even when we had the possibility of giving our opponent a gift of Immortal Coil, we still have to get things out of their graveyard, which means we need to be able to steal one of their creatures too and deal damage to them with the creature. So it's just, it takes a lot of things to go right for that to work out. So if you are looking to win a game of Magic, I would not play Holiday Gift Exchange. So that's my present to all of you. The advice to not play Puka's Mischief in Modern. The problem is just really, Modern is a fast format, and the idea that we play a 4-mana enchantment that we need to wait a turn for it to do anything, or a 6-mana enchantment and wait a turn to do anything, that just doesn't work very well in a format like Modern. It is asking for a lot for that to work. So, the good news is, I think everyone comes away from these videos happy. I got to play a really sweet deck, even though it was horrible and we lost a lot. It was still pretty fun to play. And all of our opponents, even the ones that didn't get a gift in the form of a Leyline or an Immortal Coil from our Puka's Mischief or Conjured Currency, they still got a gift of play points that we gave to them by losing the match to them in the 2-player queues. So anyway... don't play the deck. The odds of winning are about what we thought, 5%, maybe even less than that. It's just, it's not competitive, even in the least. But we gave it a shot, and it was pretty fun. So, anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a really happy and fun and safe holiday. Make sure to check out the website, mtggoldfish.com. We got decks, prices, metagame strategy, pretty much everything and anything you could want from Magic the Gathering. And if you enjoyed the video and like seeing me lose a million times trying to give away an Immortal Coil to our opponents, make sure to click on that subscribe button down at the bottom. Like I said, have a great holiday season. Don't drink too much eggnog, and I will talk to you soon.